In order to achieve the granular listing that like we saw right now, we need to add much more detail to the property listing. So we're going to start off with the increasing the basic information that we provided. The information that we provided in the previous one is already populated here, but more information like the year of construction and since when the hotel has been running has to be added like this. And then the number of restaurants that are in the property, and then the number of floors has to be added. And then finally, check-in and check-out times, the usual ones, the usual check-in and check-out times have to be added. And then finally, we have to add if the property allows 24-hour check-in and check-out. Once we're done with that, we come to contact details. As you can see, the contact details are now broken down into multiple fields. So you have to give contact detail front desk, reservations, and then owner contact and owner email ID. Don't worry, the owner contact and email ID are not shared publicly. And then finally, the reservation email ID. In case front desk and reservation and the contact information, in case the phone numbers are the same for different departments, then you can just give in case the contact details are the same for multiple apartments, then you can just give the same contact details on both. Now finally, we come to location and access, and first off, we have to give the property location. First off, we have to give the property location on Google Maps. So I'm just going to go to Google Maps. And then I'm going to look for my property. Let's say my property is situated on the Manali-Leh highway. I click on that, click on the share button, and then copy link. And then once the link is copied, I can paste it here. And the Google Map link will seamlessly show up on the property listing. Once we're done with that, we come to online presence, and here we fill in details about here we give details about here we give links to our platform on different here we give links to our property on different platforms. And if the field is if these are filled, then there will be a button of each of these platforms on the final listing. Once we're done with all of that, we click on save information, and then we start with more granular information like the rooms. Once we're done filling out all the basic information about our property, we have to go more granular, and we'll start with rooms. Now here we have to define all the different types of rooms that are available in our property. So I'm going to start with create new room. And then I will have to name this category of rooms. So I'm going to go with executive club. And then the room type will be, in this case, let's say it's going to be my standard room. And then the room has a great view of the mountains. Now we'll have to define the area of our room. So my room size will be around 250 square feet. And then in my property, out of the 42 rooms that I have, how many rooms are of this type? In my case, it's going to be 30. And then I'll have to write a description of my room. I'm just going to paste it from what I've written already. And here you can write as much or as little about the room as you want. Now, now we have to talk about the number of bedrooms that are available in this room. So if it's a presidential room, it might have 2 or 3 rooms. But since it's just a standard room, I'm going to write 1. And the number of bathrooms, it can range from 1 to 3. I'm going to write here 1. And then after that, I'm going to go to the next page. And then I'm going to talk about the standard bed arrangement, which here in this case is just a queen bed. And then how many extra bed I can accommodate in this room. In this case, I can accommodate extra beds, and the maximum number would be 2. The standard occupancy for this room is also 2, because that's the minimum number that the property will be selling. And then the maximum occupancy can go to 4 with extra beds. The occupancy with base children is the number of children under 14 years old that can live in this room without paying extra. So that would be 1. and the maximum number of children that can be accommodated in this room after you have paid would be 3. Once we are done with that, we're going to go to amenities, which will take a bit longer, but stay with me. So first of all, we have to mention if we have a closet in this room or not. In this case, yes. Do we have blackout curtain? Yes. Is the seating arrangement? Do we have sofas, chairs in this room? In my case, it will be double seating, but you can choose whichever applies to you. Does it have a mini fridge? Yes. Does it have a telephone? Yes. Does it have a room area? Room area is divided into what areas? So living area, dining area, seating area. Do we have that? In my case, I only have the seating area. And then, does it have a coffee machine? No. Does it have a full length mirror? Yes. What kind of blanket are provided? I would click on both summer blanket and woolen blanket, because based on the weather. And then I'll go to bathroom. Now all the different amenities that are available in the bathroom would be bathroom phone, yes. Hot water supply, yes. Western toilet seat, yes. Vanity counter, no. Shower cubicle, yes. Bathtub, do we have a bathtub? No. Do we have a jacuzzi? No. Do we have a shaving mirror? Yes. Do we have a weighing scale? No. Do we have a bidet? Yes. Do we have a toilet with grab rails, which is important for accessibility? But no. Do we have an anti-slip shower mat? Yes. En suite bathroom or common bay area? In this case, no. What kind of toiletries are provided in the room would be shampoo, conditioner, shower gel, body lotion, dental kit, shaving kit, sewing kit on request, but I won't click that here. And then slippers and toilet roll and sanitary pack. Those would be the standard. And then the bath linens would be bath towel, hand towel, and face towel and bath mat. Now we're going to move to media and entertainment provided in the room. Do we have a television? Yes. Do we have smart control in the television? No. Do we have a tablet or iPad that can be used by the guest? No. Do we have a smart repair assistance? Yes. And then we go to kitchen. We click on the appliances that are provided. Electric kettle is provided, but the other options is more relevant for studio apartment type properties. So we go to the next part, which is safety and security, and in that we have to mention if we have a safe locker. In this case, it's yes. Do we have a peephole? Yes. Do we have a door lock hatch? We don't have that. A fire exit map is placed in the room. Yes. Double lock. Yes, that is available. Is the smoke detector working in the room? Yes. Is there a fire sprinkler? Yes. And do we have a cupboard with locks? The answer to that is no. Now once we're done with the amenities, we go to the photos section. Here we have to upload photos of the room. Upload like this. And with that, I'm done with adding the executive club room to my property. Click on save and you should see it on the table. You will see that the executive club room has been added. Okay. Now I have other categories of room in the hotel available, but I'm going to skip that and move to facilities that are provided in the hotel. So the most common facility that would be available in the hotel would be F&B outlet. So I'm going to click on that and click on next. Here I have to give the name of my outlet, F&B outlet. In my case, this is a restaurant, so I would call it Continental Restaurant. Spelling would be appreciated. And then I'm going to add a description of the restaurant, and again it can be as short or long as you want. And then I'm going to choose what kind of outlet it is. In my case, this is a specialty restaurant. And then, is prior reservation required? No, you can just walk in. And is are walk-in guests allowed in this outlet? And that the answer to that is yes. And then I'm going to point out if what is the opening time for the outlet. In my case, it would be 9 a.m. And then what time does it close? It closes at 8 p.m. So I'm going to write that here. And is the outlet open 24/7? In this case, no. Is the outlet feature accessible, which is important for accessibility? In my case, that is yes. And then I have the option to upload a photo of the restaurant, which I'm going to upload like this. I can move it around, crop the window around to get the best view of the hotel, and then confirm and add, and the photo is up. Once we're done with all of those details, I'm just going to click on save info, and we're done. The facility will now show up in this page like this. Just like rooms, you have the option to add as many facilities that your property has. I'm going to skip that for now and then move on to activities and experiences for now. So when I click on this button, I have the option to define what kind of activity am I providing. So I'm going to click on outdoors for now and then go next, and then I have to name the activity. It can be unique, or it can be just a standard bonfire service that we provide. Bonfire service, you have to write a description of the activity. I'll click on this, and this is and then you have to provide a description of the activity. So I'm just gonna put that. You can, as I said, you can write as much or as little as you want. And then, is the activity that we are talking about on site or in the property or not? And then the duration of the activity in hours, like you can go as long as or as little as you want, but in my case, in my property I would have a limit of having bonfire for 4 hours, because after that it's gonna get very cold. So is it suitable for what kind of category? So I would say family. And is it a private affair or is it a group affair? I would say it's a group affair. And then, is advance booking required? Yes. Is it included in the stay? No. And I would have to then upload a photo that I have here. And again, as I can crop it and place it however I want, and click on confirm and add. And then once we're done with that, we click on save info, and the activity is now listed like this. Again, as I said, I have more activities and experiences to add, but I'm going to move on from that and go to awards and media, where we can celebrate the achievements of your unique property. So for this, we're going to click on awards and media, and we're going to put the title of the award. In my case, it's Global Recognition Award, and then I'm going to give a description of the award. So you have to paste a description of the award like this, and then who gave the award. In my case, it would be Global Recognition Awards Committee, and I received this award in March 1st, 2026. You can also provide a link for this award if you want, and then finally you can upload a photo. In my case, I have the winner's badge. I'm going to click on confirm and add, and this has been added. Now when I click on save information, this award has been added to my portfolio. And on top of that, you will also, if you go to the home page, you'll also see that the ALHGHA feed is celebrating my award. Now you also have the option, if you want to be more discreet or humble, you also have the option to just click on delete, and it will be out of the feed. But again, that's the choice that's given to you. Now moving away from that, we go on to talk about accessibility in the property. I'm not gonna delve into each and every step because this is a vast field. I would encourage you to select all these fields and fill out all the questions for this, so that people with disabilities might have the most elaborate information that they would need. But yeah, for now, for the sake of time, I'm just gonna click on general accessibility and just show you how the page looks for now. So right now, in general accessibility, we just have to go yes or no about if the property is accessible by wheelchair, and in my case, it's yes. Is ramp available with handrails? No. Is the elevator wheelchair accessible? Yes. What is the distance of the property from the parking? In my case, it's 40 meters. And then we have to write if step-free access is available for the main entrance, which would be yes. Is elevator and lift available in the property? That would be yes. Is accessible parking available in the property? That is yes. And then, is there a designated drop-off zone for disabled guests? The answer is no. And then I will click on save information, and all these details have been saved and will reflect on your property. Now, Moving on from that, we'll go to defining the sustainability practices of your property. I'm going to click on sustainability. Right now it's empty, but I click on add sustainability, and I have the option to talk about various different avenues for sustainability that the property can be involved in. I would encourage you to click on each one of these fields and answer the questions about that are given, so that people who are looking for a sustainable stay in Ladakh can make a informed choice. But for the sake of time, I'm just going to go into energy management and show you how that works. As I said, it's as simple as just answering some yes and no questions. So in my case, it'll be is the property using LED lighting across the property? That would be yes. If are energy efficient appliances used in the property? That is yes. Do I have solar water heating system? The answer is no here. What is the backup power source for this property? In my case, it's diesel. And then, do we have motion sensor smart lighting systems in the hotel? The answer here is yes. And is solar energy used to power the hotel or property? The answer is no. And do we have smart HVAC systems? The answer for this is yes. And then you click on save information, and all of this detail, as I said, is updated and will reflect on your profile. Now, the final step in this is to click on gallery, and then here I'll have to now upload various photos to purify the front page of the hotel listing. As you can see, the photo that we uploaded in the first form is already here. We just have to add more photos step by step. So I'll click on upload photos. I will upload a photo of the garden area and then crop it into size and confirm and add. And then just like that, with the magic of editing, I would have added more photos of the property. So as you have seen, I have added the minimum 5 photos for the property, just so that the people looking at the listing have a better idea of how the property looks like. And after all of that is done, we click on upload change, and the photos are live. And as you can see, the content score is now 82 out of 100, and it's green, which means that if I go to ALHGHA.com and click on our members and then click on the property, the listing will be live in a very detailed manner, and anyone viewing the page will have a very detailed idea of what kind of property that they're looking at, and they can make an informed choice if they want to stay there or not. And in case all of this is appealing to the guest, they can click on Make My Trip or Agoda, and they'll be redirected to your official verified booking page, and the booking can be made from there. So again, thank you so much for sticking with me through this whole process. We're excited to have you be a part of the ALHGHA community and have your property listed on our verified website.